the history of Syria, especially Damascus, is one of the oldest cities in the world. It was the cradle for civilizations. It's one of 15 cities who were considered as cradle for civilizations. It's since 48 years ago, the Assad regime taken over the rule or the government in Syria by a military coup, and since then the country has been going from bad to worse. When Al-Assad, the father, came into power, he promised people freedom, he promised people democracy, he promised people welfare. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. In 1982, when the people had enough with the regime, they wanted to say, you should stop, we need change. What did they do? They sent their troops to Hama city, a city, one of the biggest cities in Syria. It was under siege for 3 weeks. They bombarded the city, and about 20 to 35,000 people were slaughtered. 35,000 people were slaughtered. When the son came, when Al-Assad, the son, came 11 years ago, we thought there's going to be a bit of change now. He's a doctor, he trained in the UK, he's well educated. Unfortunately, it's a mafia, it's Al-Assad family rule, and the country went to worse, gone to worse. When the Syrian people saw the revolutions in the Arab world, they thought, that's it, enough is enough. We have to have some change in our country. We need freedom. We want freedom. The whole story started with school children between the age of 10 and 13 years old wrote on the walls of their school, we want freedom. And what happened? They were arrested, tortured, and when their family went to the prison to claim them, their family were arrested and tortured. And since then, since the 15th of March, the revolution in Syria started. The Syrian people said, enough is enough, that's it. And what was the response of the regime, the Syrian regime? They sent their troops and their tanks to each city one by one, starting with Dar'a city in the south. The death toll till now is more than 2,000 people killed. Among those, more than 90 children. 90 children were killed. Let me tell you a small story of a young schoolboy, 13-year-old schoolboy called Hamza al-Khatib. Hamza al-Khatib from Dar'a city. When the revolution started and the people went out demonstrating peacefully, he went out to help his families and his brothers in Dar'a city, and he was arrested by the Syrian police. Imagine a 13-year-old is arrested as a political prisoner. He was taken away from his family. He was tortured till death. After 3 weeks, his body was returned to his family. It was horrible pictures. You can see them on YouTube. It was horrible. I cannot imagine what that child went through when he was in prison. And can you imagine the feeling of his parents? It's absolutely horrible. And the story continues. After 2 weeks, another child was released. His body was released. Again, he was a friend of Hamza al-Khatib, and he was tortured till death. So the whole city, all cities in Syria now are going out in peaceful demonstrations. And how does the regime respond? It responds with brutal attacks. They've sent their troops. Now, just 5 days ago, Homs is the third biggest city in Syria, is under siege. The tanks are going into the town, bombing and killing all protesters, shooting at homes, people just staying at their homes peacefully, getting shot and bombarded. I just want to give you a message from the Syrian people. The Syrian people send their big thanks for you for standing up for them, for standing up for freedom. And what they want you is to continue, because you are their voice. There has been a media blackout, unfortunately, but you will be their voices. You will be their ambassadors to the world. So please don't stop. Don't stop what you're doing. It's absolutely fantastic. And on your behalf, on my behalf, we want to send the Syrian people and the Syrian president a clear message. I would like you all just to say with me in a very slow, low voice, get out Bashar 3 times. After the 3rd time, we want to shout, get out Bashar. Shall we do that? Get out, Bashar! 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 Thank you, Glasgow. Love you. Thank you.
So why are you here?
I'm here to save the people of Syria.
Okay. And yourself? Something similar?
We're here to help prevent Western intervention.
And did you enjoy the march?
Yes, but it was very tiring.
Okay, and what was the best part of the march for you? The end?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Enjoy the music.
The veterans, they played their part. The veterans, they played their part. They came home with a purple heart. They're walking around with a shopping cart. Where are the legs you used to run? Where are the legs you used to run? Where are the legs you used to run before you went to carry a gun? I'm afraid your dancing days are done.